And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the semifinals here, the PiGosaur Monday number 29. We're nearing the end of the broadcast here. Semifinals and the grand finals thereafter. We are here for our TvP and spawning in the top left-hand corner. Sorry, top right-hand corner, we have the South Korean Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Cure. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Protoss player, the red Protoss. It is Astrea. Here we go. So we are going to be settling in and calming things down. Whew, again, Astrea, we've already seen quite a number of TvPs already here tonight. Astrea having a very greedy approach to his turn versus Protoss time and time again. Last time we featured Astrea on this map, it was a Stargate opener. We'll see if he does the same, or we'll see if he does it mix it up into a faster Nexus like he has in the past. Riser on Astrea. At the same time, Curie does move out with the eBay block. We'll look to delay the expansion and disrupt the build and disrupt the opener of the Protoss. Let's go. Oh, right, before I forget, you know what time it is. I almost forgot, but it's Gamba time, Poppy. If you're in the chat, predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat. Coming into this, especially because of last week's performances, I do rate Astrea quite highly in this matchup. I don't think there are many Terran players in the world that can actually keep up with Astrea in the mid game, in the mid to late game though. But we'll see. You know, maybe he was just on fire last week, and here we can see Cure threaten him instead. Ideally, we see an ace match. True. Meanwhile, because of the eBay block, we do have the factory follow-up. Astrea is forcing the unnatural expansion. The unnatural natural has been taken, and from here we are settling in. From here, Curie can go into earlier Cyclone or earlier Hellion production and try to be more assertive early on to try to take advantage of the awkward base setup of Astrea. Could go for it. Speaking of, going for the add-on swap. Getting the reactor on that factory. Likewise, CC on the high ground for Cure being safe, and yep, there it is, Reactored Hellion. So, Reactored Hellion, 2 Hellions can 2-shot probes, 3 Hellions 1-shot workers, so we're going to be hyper-aggressive with these Reactored Hellions. From here, you can actually take control of the center here of these bases and try to punish any transferring workers going in between the bases. Astrea opening up 3 gate though. Oh, very aggressive. Astrea, instead of going for tech, otherwise we would see a Twilight Council or Stargate or a Robo. We have a 3 gate setup with a proxy across the map. Hyper aggression out of Astrea. Oh boy. Okay. Meanwhile, Cure, he does move out. He does fan out. We do see Astrea's in position. Does have the sentry. Does have the force field. So far, 1 probe does get picked off. Gets 1. Pylon is ready. Hallucination gets a full scout of the main, gets eyes on the 1-1-1 setup. And we'll see if Astrea does warp in across the map. We'll see how assertive he plans on being. Now warping in defensively, making sure he's secure. Again, his tech is delayed because of this early gateway setup. Hallucination moves out once again, confirms the Cyclone, confirms the early move outs. Yeah, Cure, he's pushing. He's pushing early on. And again, thanks to all the gateways, Astrea, he will have an army to defend. See, moving out towards the high ground. He wants that Cyclone, does lock it down, and the Cyclone, ooh, barely doesn't fall. Popping up that nice micro out of Cure. Saves the Cyclone. Ooh, Sentry goes down. And that Cyclone barely survives. Alas, Cure doesn't like his chances. He backs off. He retreats, gets the hell out of there. From here, Astrea can attempt to counterattack. Ooh, dropping past. Astrea, he does miss this. Does miss the drop, keeps on pushing. Back at home, is there a tank? Tank is not yet done. Bunker's on the way. Cure, he's not ready for this. He needs a little bit more time. It's going to be a close hold. It's going to be a clutch defense. As the bunker is denied. At the same time, drop into the mineral line. Probe's going to be going down. Tank has arrived. Yeah, and with the tank sieging up, Cure holds. Cure, he holds. Oh, he does punish these stalkers. A lot of stalkers going down. Yeah, Astrea here overextends. Force to recall into the main. And Cure, he's in a better position here. He does hold onto 2 bases. He can resaturate, taking more Rexes. And Astrea, he's just now starting Blink. Again, Astrea, he was hoping for a little bit more. But because of the drop, Astrea was distracted. And he lost more than he otherwise needed to. So strong defense here from Cure. Astrea forced to expand, taking another base. The game will continue from here. And we'll see where Astrea leads us. Going into Storm, not Colossus. Let's go from home to the moon. Let's go. Oh. Astrea catching up the Marines at least. Please out 3. 3 probes. The 4 Marines. Likewise, Viking harassing towards the main. Okay. We'll threaten any transferring workers. Speaking of, uh-oh. Up! He gets 1. He gets 1. He gets 2. 2 probes going down. It all does count. All does add up. So Viking gets the hell out of there. And this entire time, Curie's been building up. He's been building up back at home, getting to stem, combat shields. Once the upgrades kick in, he can move out. Astrea does scout the setup. Is aware of the tanks. Is also aware that there's no additional tank production. He does see the reactor on the factory. We're still in a tense game state here. Still very tense. Cure looking for a way out. Oh! Takes a lot of hits, takes a lot of damage. Scan into the main, reveals Storm, reveals the Temple Archives. Storm is already done. Cure, he's ready for his move out. Now he's not all in. We do have a 3rd command center already halfway done. He has his upgrades. And the move out gets spotted. Okay, Astrea knows. Astrea, he knows. He moves out to meet the army. Ideally, he does want to catch the army here on the ramp. But Cure, he rotates towards the left-hand side. Astrea out of position. He does not see the rotation. He does not see the army. Astrea rotating over towards the right. He misses the army completely. Oh, now he sees. Now he sees, he knows, he responds. Cure, he pulls back. Dropping in towards the main. Tanks get spotted. Astrea, can he get on top of those tanks? Oh, it's gonna be close. No medevacs. Oh no, no medevacs, but alas, Astrea, he's distracted by the drop. The tanks, they made it, they did survive. Yeah, Cure is successful with his distraction. And Astrea, he's not ready for the main army. And Cure's moving in. Going for the 4th. Astrea trying to get here in time. Oh, barely is. Barely does get here. Nice control. Does peel off. Avoids that splash damage and Astrea holds. Whew. Okay. Again, very, very intense and very close positional play here from our 2 players. Where Cure, he almost made it through. He almost snuck up on the base. Astrea barely got there in time. And Astrea holds. Astrea, he does hold. Behind this, Cure taking up into Ghost. His 3rd base fully saturated. Ghost production underway. I mean, it also shows just how large this map is and how long these rotations take. Cure, he does pull back. He pulls back. Now what's important here is that even though Cure, he didn't find any damage, because of his posturing, he didn't commit, and he did preserve his army. Like, his army is massive as a result, as he has been able to build up that army throughout the course of the entire game. Like Cure, as you can see here, he hasn't really lost much of anything. He lost one Cyclone at the start of the game. Storm pops up. Nice storm, very nice storms. Oh my god. But the EMPs are even better here, catching at 2-Eye Templar. Cure stims in. He was able to tank the storm to the face. Storms connected, grazed the army, but did not kill. Astrea splitting up, trying to keep up. Doesn't know where the army's coming in from. Astrea going for a counterattack. Oh! Nice feedbacks. Nice snipe here on the Ghost. Gets one. Does get one Ghost. Astrea expands towards the top side. Likewise, Eleromite into the middle line. The middle line is exposed. SCV's going to be going down. The Storm! Oh my god, brutal Storm as well. You're getting 15 SCVs. Cure out of position. And Astrea gets away. He does pull away. Oh, he will run into the army though. Yeah, trying to escape. Goes to the feedback. Does not get a Storm off. But the Zealots will survive. It's a very nice movement here from Astrea. Cure down to 54 SCVs. Cure forced back home. Astrea is moving out. And now the turns have tabled. Cure now forced to be defensive. He's stuck at home. Astrea moving in. Oof. Does move in. Breaks on through, getting on top of the tanks. He gets one, but only one. It's just far too much here. The EMPs were on point. No storms left. And no storms with the main army. We have reinforcing High Templar. Astrea taking more bases. Does take more bases. Tanks are trying to keep over the rotation. Yeah, tanks, they do siege. The tank is going to go down. And there's not many Vikings here. Only 2 Vikings. And 2 Vikings not going to be enough. We have 2 more on the way. Missile goes up. Good connection. Despite that storm coming in, oh my god. And nice storm drop here from Astrea. Another storm zones. The Colossus are getting low. Oh. As Astrea, he does pull away. Got some damage, pulls away. Knocking down the Jogs, trying to create an opening. Storm drop coming in once again. Oh, not enough energy though. Yeah, not a successful storm drop, not this time. Astrea, he's running out of splash damage here. No High Templar. Colossus are very low on HP. At least one of them is. Astrea, he is reinforcing though. We have more High Templar on the way. He has 1 full NG High Templar. Rocks have been knocked down. Nice EMP. Julie in the first storm. First Colossus goes down. Massive EMP on the other Colossus. And Curie can take this fight. He can take this fight. Flanking storms coming in. Not bad. But not enough. As Curie, he breaks the main army. Astrea, he plummets in supply. Yeah, the EMPs were brutal and there were barely any storms in that. Astrea here, Versade is welcome. Curie moving out. And Astrea just doesn't really have much left to defend. There's just not much left over. He's got 2 High Templar. He only has a Gateway Army. No Colossus. Boys being pulled away. Yeah, Curie's done it. He has done it. He will break the expansions. It was a very intense back and forth here. But in the end, Curie will break through. 14 probes going down. Astrea trying to catch him out. Curie finally with only half his army. Brutally EMPs. EMPs all the Stalkers. Storm here on the bio. And Astrea, he will hold. He will hold. He will clean this up. But here comes the second army. There's no more storms. He needs more. Oh my god. Comes in with some chargelets. Does move in, barely holding on. Again, clutch hold here from Astrea. Cure, he didn't fight with his entire, he only fought with half his army. So Astrea does overwhelm. Very fortunate fight there for Astrea. So Astrea, he's still in this. He's retaking more bases, now getting into disruptors, no more Colossus. I mean, he has two, but now getting into those disruptors instead. A more secure way to get damage done. I mean, if they connect. A secure way to zone the army away. But still very close, very clutch. Astrea re-expanding. Cure likewise taking his own fresh mining base on the right hand side. Astrea, he does spot this. He's rotating.
Should have happened. Your minerals is ended.
Cure, he hasn't seen. Yo, shout out to Wyra, by the way. Cure, he is in position. Astrea ready for distraction. Ideally, he wants something to pull away the attention of Cure, like this main army. Oh. Almost getting a ghost. As I'll say, do hit the planetary, but yeah, the army's in position. Astrea gets a storm off. He does get some damage done. Pulls away. Astrea rotating over towards that planetary, actually coming in for a surround. Not bad. And once again, Astrea just collapsing on a portion of the army at once. Cure, the rest of the army's out of position. He's racing on over. Where are the Novas? Novas, they attempt to zone. Oh, not bad. A couple of Novas do connect with the Vikings. They shut down the Colossus. And Astrea's on the run. He fails to break the expansion. The planetary survives. Ooh, that's going to be every disruptor going down. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, that was not worth it. Astrea, he just lost, what, 2 Colossus? Yeah, 2 Colossus, 2 Disruptors, 2 Templar. Very expensive losses. And again, he did not get the base. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh god, no, the storms! Cure. He stands in the storms. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Okay, Astrea, I see you. Look, at the end of the day, we just need one storm. True. Just a solid storm back. That's all we need. Give him one. It's a lot of zealots, by the way. A lot of charges rushing in. Keeping Cure distracted. Ooh, as he does commit for a moment there. A lot of zealots going to be going down. Astrea trying to posture. Cure securing the space, getting another CC. Likewise, Astrea taking more gases. At this kind of game state, especially with the game slowing down a little bit, this would be the time to throw down a Stargate, to throw down a Fleet Beacon, and to start working towards Skytos upgrades. Actually, I say that. Usually, actually, the indicator for that would be Liberators, and Cure didn't get there. I spoke too soon. There it is. Fusion Core is on the way, +2 air attack. I just spoke about Liberators, and Cure is working towards it. So Cure is working towards Liberator production. Astrea, he's not ready for that yet. Cure, he's listening, baby. He knows. He knows. Crazy. Astrea just splitting up his army, taking another expansion again. We do have a lull period here, which is why now is the time to tank. This is why Cure is going for his fusion core. This is why Cure is setting up for those Liberators, and why Astrea should be as well. Instead, right now, he's just fortifying himself, throwing down walls like cannons and shield batteries. I mean, there's still value in this, don't get me wrong. But he's going to be outscaled here as Liberator range has begun. Liberator range is on the way. Cure building up towards his late game army composition. almost there. It's almost there. Zealot might gets attempted. Gets denied. Storm's coming in. Going for the feedbacks, actually. Gets almost all the ghosts. One ghost does survive. With full HP, sorry, with full energy, I mean. So EMP still went up. Storm zones. That's that final feedback. Getting every ghost. Meanwhile, still more ghosts on the right hand side. And this is late, I will say. This does feel like, what, 3 minutes too late, but it's on the way regardless. +1 air attack, double robo, and a Stargate. You know, it did recall top left. Yeah, massive recall, risky maneuver here. As Cure, he's going to bring down the expansion because of that recall. At the same time, we do see trading a base for a base. One CC goes down for a Nexus. But this is a more valuable base here to Astrea. We'll see if he can keep going. We'll see if he can keep pushing. Base goes down. Base goes down. Curie can go for bottom right as well. That's going to be 2 bases falling. Oh, massive storm. Oh my god, the storms, they continue. What a lass. One more. He can do it. The army's pinned. And the army's pinned down. There it is. Final storm of the army. And Cure here will lose everything. The ghosts, the Marines, the Marauders, everything goes down. The Vikings do survive, but only the Vikings. And Astrea, he's doing it. Cure, he plummets in supply. Now, he does maintain his air army. And here come those Liberators that we spoke about. So Liberation has arrived. But that's after the fight. Here he rotates. He wants that Nexus. Should get it. Astrea, he responds. And again, that's just too much supply in Vikings here. There we go. Base does fall. Cure taking another fresh mining base. Astrea has to do something about this. He has to deny. Pushing into this 4th base is not going to be easy. There's a lot of SimCity. Just one Liberator does get caught out. As Elsay charge in, Nova goes off. Massive Nation takes down 2 ghosts. 2 ghosts do fall. And Astrea, he may have just done it here. Again, there's just not much left here to defend. Astrea, he backs off. He backs off. He rotates. He will go for the CC. Liberators get left behind. And they get picked off one after the other. Takes down the Liberators, takes down the expansion. Cure, he barely has a standing army. Again, a lot of that supply is in Vikings. It's mainly a Viking army at this point. It's mainly Viking medevac. Astrea, you can send it. Just ape in, fam. You can ape in. It's how many? It's 7 Vikings, 11 medevacs. There's 2 ghosts and 15 Marines. Of course, the Liberators are also a factor as well. Curie is retaking bottom right. Astrea looking for a way in. Mothership is on the way. Shield upgrades as well. Astrea has a wall of cannons to buy time. And he's going for that Zealot run by. Rotates over. Cure out of position. Gets 1, gets 2, takes down 2 libs. Novas, they do connect. Yeah, brutal connection. Storm's coming in as well. Astrea pulls back at the same time. They'll say cast some reinforcements. Gets 18 SCVs in that mineral line. And these Liberators are forced to siege. They're forced to siege up back at home. Oh, you're right. There were rocks here. Yeah. Can knock them down. Ooh, Planetary's done. Oh my god. Those going off. Storm here on the Vikings. And Curie just cannot keep up. Not anymore. Astrea has a massive bank and has all these bases. Astrea, he can afford these trades. Cure, he cannot. As else, if they catch more reinforcements. Rocks are being knocked down. That's a lot of freedom. Jesus. 12 liberators. They're stacking. Oh god. We go from 12 down to 8. 4 liberators do fall. Another storm on the bio army. Another storm as well. And liberators are good, but they do need that ground support. And Cure, he needs the economy for that as well. Just doesn't have it. Cure, he's hoping for just a worse fight out of Astrea. Just an overextension into all these freedom zones. But Astrea playing it slow. Takes down one liberator, pulls away. Just one lib at a time. Likewise, Zelsia, they catch more reinforcements. GG gets called. The writing is on the wall, and Astrea, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. GG, well played. Astrea, he does take a lead in the series. Again, a very intense back and forth. There was some strong moments for Cure, other strong moments for Astrea. We saw the biggest moment that I was concerned for Astrea was when he overextended, pushing in between the natural and the linear third base. If you remember, that was when Astrea knocked down the rocks. Remember, he knocked down the rocks, he tried to push in, and he was completely overwhelmed. If you remember, he only had one High Templar, so he only had like 2 storms coming in at the tail end of the fight. He lost all of his Colossus, he plummeted in supply. Astrea, he plummeted like 50 supply in that fight. And Cure, he was able to counterattack, but barely wasn't able to keep pushing and barely wasn't able to punish Astrea. Astrea did recover. He did recover from that moment. I wasn't sure if he could, but he brought it back. Did bring it back. If you recall, it was after that fight where the game kind of slowed down. The game did slow down and both players started taking up. That was after some positional play, of course. But GG, well played. With that, Astrea does take a lead, and we are now getting ready here for our next game. Only game one. Oh my god. Only game 1. Did Cure make some kind of cheese and fail? No. It was a long macro game. Technically, it was Astrea. If you recall, Astrea, he did open up 3 gates. He opened up 3 gates, 3 gate at the start of the game, going into delayed blink, going into a lot of stalker aggression earlier. I mean, the start of the game was very chaotic, I should say. If you remember, Cure, he did go for an eBay block. So Astrea, he was forced to take the unnatural natural. So Astrea was So Astrea was in an awkward position. We got past the early game. Into the mid game. But yeah, if you're unaware, Dash, like Astrea usually thrives in more standard games and longer macro games. That's like where Astrea thrives. And that was very back and forth. We go. Getting in. Just waiting for our video. Sorry, waiting for our lobby to be made. Looks like our next game is going to be on Pylon. Let's go. Let us go. Liberators, they suck at dodging storms in siege mode. Unfortunately. Ah, no. I'm always reminded of the Pylon. Was it? No, the depot dodging Dragoon shots in StarCraft Evolution. They're bobbing, they're weaving, they're crazy, dodging shots. Here we go. We're getting into game 2, and we'll see if Cure does go for an all-in. Again, like after After Astrea was able to spread his wings and thrive in a much longer macro game, Cure, he might switch gears. He might go for something more aggressive instead. Might try to end the game earlier. We'll see. We'll see if he does adjust. Otherwise, I'm not opposed to a more standard back and forth again. Like, that was crazy. It's crazy. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner here of Pylon, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran, down in the series. We'll see if he mounts back and force the ace match representing Team Liquid. It is a Cure. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have the blue Protoss player, with the blue Protoss on land of the Americas, leading the series 1-0. It is Astrea. Here we go. And welcome one all to Pylon. Pylon is an interesting map here. Doesn't have as many quirks, I should say. We do have a much more wide open center between the bases, very similar to Frostline is what I will say. Unlike the previous map, unlike Tokamak, here there is an avenue in between the natural, the third, and the fourth. There are these crossroads here, so as the aggressing player, you can rotate between them a little bit more freely. Despite that though, unlike on Frostline, here at the third and fourth bases, there are more choke points. There's a more narrow ramp here in front of the linear third. Likewise, there's more elevation here on the right hand side as well, so you can get in position in time. You can take some better defensive fights. Likewise, here towards the left hand side also there is a more narrow choke point. There is a wider ramp towards left, but for the most part you do have a decent defensive setup here. And what I will say is that it is a little bit more awkward to rotate between the bases, just because you have to pull further back into the center before rotating towards that natural. This is accessible, that is true, but I would say this is not as extreme as Frostline. I think Frostline is accessible to the extreme, where it is very difficult to defend on Frostline. Here, more so. Let's go. As Astrea, he does pylon block the add-on. Let's go. We'll force the lift. Force the building out of position. There's a recall. Does recall in time. The pylon will complete, and this will kind of disrupt the initial SimCity here of Cure, as the Reaper does move out. We also have these bridges in the center, which, I mean, they're also relatively narrow. You can try to take advantage of them. We have the left hand and fringe bases here out in the center, which we have yet to see taken. Ooh, and it is going to be a Stargate opener out of Astrea. Interesting, going for the Stargate. The pylon does stand strong, and we'll scout the Reaper heli in production. No add-ons here on the racks. Now, we'll see if this is a Stargate to commit into Phoenixes, or if this is Oracle into Blink Stalker, which we have seen previously. CC on location. Starport is on the way. Again, this is a double gas opener out of Cure, going for the faster factory into a more aggressive start. Reaper Hellion is moving out, and we'll see if Astrea can hold. Back at home, the natural is open. Does have a shield battery. Oracle's on the way, being chronoed as we speak, but it's still going to be a tough hold here for Astrea. Reaper towards the main, Hellion towards the natural. And the first Reaper goes down. Nice pick up here from Astrea. Very nicely done. Zones away those Reapers. Heli, oh my god, the first they line up. Oh my god. They do line up. One probe goes down. The others are still punching. Getting up to 2. And he's not done. He's going to get up to 4 workers. Aye, aye, aye. Get a chaotic defense at the natural from Astrea. He does defend though. Does hold. Reapers aren't done. They do scout the tech. He's now aware of the Stargate and of the Oracle. Now what's important is we do have a second Oracle on the way. Ooh, no shield battery in the mineral line, but the Reaper will fall. Likewise, a Twilight Council follow-up. Now with the commitment into another Oracle, this could be Twilight Council into charge, but I'm leaning towards Twilight Council into blink. Leaning towards it, we'll see, as gases are being taken at the natural. We're not going gasless. Likewise, extra racks is on the way. As you did mention, yet Blink is in production. Now, Blink is going to be delayed more so than a more standard build, that is true. But what's important is that Cure doesn't know. Cure, for all Cure knows, this could be Oracle into Robo, into Colossus. There could be Blink on the way, there could be Charge. Could be Phoenixes, I suppose. Cure gets spotted. Cure fans out. Astrea, he fans out his stalkers. He does miss the drop. Ay, ay, ay. Barely does miss it. Medevac slipping in. Going for the mineral line. Stasis trap is in position. Oh, can he bait him in? Can he bait him? Up! Oh my god, he barely can. Catches the Marines. Not the Cyclone, though. The Medevac will escape. Behind this, we do see Astrea throwing down station traps here at the third locations to delay expansions, catch any move outs. Medevac say shut down the initial Medevac. Oof. Trading out the stalkers. That's going to be 2 stalkers going down and another probe, another 2 probes. Yeah, 2, 3 probes going down. This is getting out of hand. That's going to be what, 5 worker kills in total, 10 in total throughout the course of this game. That was including the Hellion harass earlier. Ay, ay, ay. Here, going for his third CC. Building up his forces. Yeah, so if I'm pretty sure he does notice the shimmer. Yeah, yeah. We can see Astrea trying to bait him in. Up! Oh my god. Does kind of, yeah, there we go. Does bait him. Massive stasis traps go off. The medevacs are exposed. Another drop moving out. And Astrea, he can go for the medevacs. He can. And he will. Yeah, medevacs are falling. Gets one. Let's get one. Rest of the bio army does unload. Almost catching out the stalker. Nice PiGosaur here, sniping the Widow Mine. Astrea pulls away. Storm, I believe. Yep, Storm is done. Storm is ready. As the stasis does run out, Curie can now expand. As Curie does have control of the Zolnaga. And the drop so far going unscattered. A just mass drop play, double drop on the left. We have a triple drop on the right. Drops are moving out, but that does also mean this third base is exposed. Astrea, he just goes right down mid. He's like, mate, you can go for a drop play. That doesn't matter. I'm gonna just kill you. He goes straight down the center. Cure, he's completely exposed. There's nothing here. There's nothing. We're going for the base trade. We're going for the base trade. Does Astrea recall? He commits. Goes up the ramp. Marauders do hold the ramp though. They do hold the main. There's the recall. Force back home. Cure, he moves in and probes are going down left and right. Yeah, Astrea is trying to race back over. He's scrambling for a defense. And he will lose every probe here. Aye, brutal losses for Astrea. There was potential, but it's not good enough. Oh, nice stasis. Stasis traps going off. That's going to be 22 probe kills. Oh, gets a medevac. Not bad. Takes down the medevac and catch out the rest of this army. Curie does race back. Bearing in mind, Curie did lose 15 SCVs. The worker counts are still very close to each other. Very close, very clutch. Marauders, they get one. Oh, he gets two. A little bad trade. Astrea, he has to stabilize, or he's trying to stabilize. Likewise, so is Cure. A very chaotic game state. Very chaotic. But now, everyone's backed off. Astrea is back home. Cure is back home. Ghosts are building up. We have Colossus on the way. We're calming down. After a very chaotic start. We're calming things down. Curie rotates on the right hand side. Curie, he does not have the Xel'Nagas, either Xel'Naga. And once again, Curie completely out of position. He's racing back over. This base may just go down. Yeah, SCV's in along for this. A lot of SCV's going to be falling. Ghost's going to be coming in. They go for the EMP. Oh my god. Clutch feedback. Very clutch feedbacks. As 9 SCVs go down, EMPs pop off. And Astrea has to get the hell out of here. The CC survives. The command center does live, does survive. Another storm zoning away. Picks up 2 ghosts. But again, just showing just how important map control is. Astrea does have both Xel'Nagas towards left and on the right hand side as well. He has both towers. Curie's playing blind. The observer does spot Curie's rotation. Astrea intercepting. No, never mind. No, he has a choice to make. Does he intercept or does he not? Going for the run by. Does go for the run by. Will take some mine shots to the face. Curie's moving in. Astrea is ready. He's in position. He has a sharp thrust. He has storm. Nova goes up. Up! Gets 2 ghosts. Test on 2 ghosts. Massive storm. And more ghosts going down. Stasis goes up as well. Another storm. Oh god. Curie takes everything to the face. Oh, the storm. Another stasis. And Curie's just falling apart. He was getting picked apart by Astrea. At the same time, the base did go down. Oh, sorry, maybe base forced to lift, I should say. Does survive. Astrea catching up the army. Stasis trap is about to run out. Ooh. It does run out, and he can deal with the army a portion at a time. And Curie, there's no way out of this. He will plummet in supply, losing everything. The entire bio army goes down. Again, Astrea flexing is a map control, I should say. Like, map vision and map control was paramount in this game when it came to the observers, when it came to those Xel'Naga towers. Astrea just catching or just out-positioning Curie time and time again is what it came down to. Curie finally notices. He does notice the observer. Observer gets sniped. But the damage has been done. And now Astrea, he's up 50 supply. He's got top right. He's taking a center left. Taking more bases. Secure once again moving out with his own drop. He gets spotted by that Xel'Naga tower. Astrea, he's aware. He responds. And they will punish this. Once again moving out. Astrea, he's about to max. He splits off his army. Astrea, he retakes control of the Xel'Naga, and now he's moving in. He's pushing through the center. He has that maxed out army. He's got how much? He's got 2 Colossus. He's got 2 High Templar. Not too much splash damage, to be honest. It's mainly a gateway composition. Nice EMP. So even though Curie has a small army, Curie can still take this fight with some solid EMPs. He can still take this. More rovers on the way, more disruptors. Astrea taking this slow. I mean, Astrea, there's nothing pressuring him to push into this. Oh no! My shot doesn't connect. But all Astrea has to do is just contain. The win condition is contain the Terran on 3 bases. Prism goes down. Astrea moving in will take an EMP to the face. Does take the EMP. Vikings, they zone away the Colossus. Astrea, he has to pull out. He has to get the hell out of here. He bleeds out so many Zealots. But mainly Zealot here. Does wink away. Yeah, just an awkward engage here for the Terran. Astrea, he pulls back. Curie breaks out. And here come the reinforcements. Here come storms and disruptors. You're trying to move in. Meanwhile, a massive Zealot round by headed towards the mineral line. And Curie just doesn't have the supply to defend. He just doesn't have enough. Zealots, they do dive in. More SCVs going down. Curie, he has to make a tough decision here. He has to commit. He's going for it. Nice EMPs. Denies the storms. Storms are denied. The first Colossus goes down. Honestly, a pretty good engage here for Cure. Takes down all the Zealots. But Disruptors, they're trickling in. He gets two. Gets one, gets two Disruptors for free. Breaks the main army, and Cure, he breaks the expansion. Again, a very nice fight for Cure. But he's all in. At the end of the day, he's all in. And Astrea just has to buy time. He has to play it slow. Play it safe. I don't know if he can, though. As he's going for the base trade. He's going for the base trade here. Cure moving in. Depowers the Robos. Massive pink off. Artosis Pylon goes down. Astrea, he's in trouble. Yeah, Astrea is catching reinforcements and taking down SCVs, but the main army for Cure is superior. He has a stronger main army. And Cure can still win this game. He's going for the production, going for the throat. Yeah, he has control of the ramp as well. And all the gateways are being depowered. Astrea has to rebuild those gateways. Takes down the Ghost Academy. Cure, he has no money, he has no income. Oh, that was a bold blink. Yeah, big mistake there. Blinks in, bleeds out 5 Stalkers. Every Stalker counts. More gateways are on the way. And Cure, he's moving in. These stasis traps are so important. Oh, first one goes up. First stasis goes up. Another stasis not quite baited out. As we go set with the Stalkers. Feedback on the Ghost. Again, Astrea just has to buy time for his gateways to finish. The gateways are still on the way. He needs those warp pins. Storm popping up. Yeah, well, gee, that's so. Oh my god! Oh, the High Templar. Astrea chasing Cure down. One storm is all he needs, and even then, even without the storm, the army's overstimmed. And remember, Cure, he can't afford anything else. This is all Cure has left. It was close. It was impressive. Again, Cure's all in, got all the way into the main, and depowered everything. But now there's nothing left. Now there's no medevac, or there's one medevac. The army's overstimmed. GG gets called as Cure, he runs out of steam, and Astrea will take the series at 2-0. GG. Whew. GG, well played. A very intense finale to the series here, as again, Cure towards the end, he was completely forced all in, and he took a really strong fight at the 4th base. He was able to get on top of the Colossus, EMP the High Templar, snipe the Disruptors, EMP the main army. Like Cure, he had a very, very strong fight. He had some amazing army control, but as we were trying to point out, he had no economy, so that's what he had. Like, he couldn't reinforce, he couldn't maintain himself. The longer the game went on, the better it was for Astrea, because Astrea could warp in and had an economy. He had bases, plenty of them. GG. GG, well played. With that, Astrea, he will claim the series, and Astrea will advance on to the grand finals, and the question becomes, who's up next?